Hey, bud. I hope you're doing well. I'm excited to announce this next stage of what I have going on and what I've been working on. The book is out, and we're seeing some phenomenal sales and support from our community for that product. So, thank you for that. But, man, I am super stoked about this next stage of what I have going on. I am going to be joining with my nephew to start a podcast and jump into that world. And as we begin to build this thing out and what it's going to look like moving forward, I'm curious, we are curious, what subjects do you want to hear about? What do you want to hear us talk about? What what kind of advice do you want to hear from us? And I should preface that with this is going to be primarily for dads, like, right? Like, this is a note from dad. That's what I do. And so we've got a cool podcast name. I'm not going to share that quite yet. I'm going to keep the suspense going on that one. But I am curious. We are curious. My nephew and I, as we begin to build this thing out, what are some subjects? What are the things that you want to hear us talk about? Nothing is off limits. You want to talk about parenting, fatherhood, dad's role in the family, dad's role in the community, work, relationships, addiction, grief, trauma, politics. I'll even get into the politics world, man, because I feel like, quite honestly, we don't have enough conversations about politics. I think for most of my life, I have seen and participated in the culture that says we don't talk about politics at the dinner table. We don't mix politics with friends. And I think that's probably why we have such a divide in our nation that we have right now, is because we don't talk about it. And I certainly believe that we can have those civil, respectful conversations about politics and the things that we believe, um, with just about anybody. And we may not agree, and we can certainly agree to disagree, but we can still have the civil conversations. And so politics is not even off the table. So what do you want to hear? What subjects do you want to hear us cover? What advice do you want to hear from a dad who has 15 and 17-year-old boys still living at home, a 24-year-old autistic daughter, a bonus child, and a 31 to I don't know how old he is now, and an adopted child in his 30s. So a little more of a seasoned veteran coming at it from my perspective. And my nephew is all up in those toddler and young years. He's got everything from an 8-year-old down to an 18-month-old with number six. Yes, number six on the way. I don't know how he's going to find time to do this, but we're going to make it work because this is something that our world needs. I feel like the dad and the fatherhood community needs to hear this and needs this advice. And I think we have something unique that we're going to bring to the podcasting world. So let's start it out with that. What do you want to hear us talk about? Balls in your court. Have a blessed day. Go be the blessing.